My name is Edward J. Bender, Jr., and my rank was Captain, U.S. Naval Reserve, retired. I then went to the USS Lloyd Thomas in May of 1969. The ship was a Fram destroyer, and back in 1969, when I went on board the ship, there were a number of Fram destroyers that were still in the Navy. A lot of them got rotated into the Westpac area and the Vietnam area. When I first came on board, I really didn't have a job because they wanted to transfer me to the ship real fast, because at that time it looked like the ship was going to go to Vietnam right away, but it didn't. And so we sat in Newport, Rhode Island for quite a bit of time and did refresher training and a few things in Guantanamo Bay. In the fall of '69, however, the communications officer got transferred off the ship, and there was no another communications officer got ordered in, but he never showed up. And so the commanding officer said, "You're the communications officer." So I became the communications officer, but in addition to that, I was a fleet officer of the deck. I was on the bridge a lot as an officer of the deck during any type of at-sea maneuver. And when the ship went to general quarters, I was a general quarters officer of the deck. So I spent a lot of time both as the officer of the deck at sea and as the communications officer, which I was in charge of all the radio communications and the signalman as well, and the postal clerk. That was great because I felt that I fit into the communications area quite well. I had a great chief who taught me just about everything, because they didn't have the time for me to go to communications school, so I had to get a lot of on-the-job training, and the chief that I had trained me, and I just enjoyed doing that immensely. All I can tell you, he was this little guy who was a boxer and had arms like Popeye the Sailor. And I remember his replacement. His replacement was totally different from him.